it's me, Sammy. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. I hope you're all having an amazing day, whatever it is you're doing. Welcome back to another meals I made this week video, guys. I cannot wait to show you some of the incredible meals that I've made this week. I do this series in conjunction with my weekly food shop. So at the beginning of every week, I'll upload a weekly food shop haul. And then at the end of the week, I'll upload this, my meals I made this week video, showing you 4 dinners and 1 pudding that I've made for me and my kids throughout the week. So if you do like this video, guys, please don't forget to smash the thumbs up button and please consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me. If you want to see more meals I made this week content, please check out my Instagram and my TikTok. I'll leave both linked down below in the description for you guys. And yeah, without further ado, let's just dive into this and see what I've been cooking this week. It's Monday evening now and we're going to be making a salami pizza with a side salad. Really excited for this one. It is so tasty. Let's run through the ingredients and the overall cost of this dinner. So we've got 1 ready rolled pizza dough by Asda. We're going to be using half of this pack of grated 4 cheese blend. This is 200 grams, so we're going to be using about 100 grams. Going to be using 1/3 of this jar of bolognese pasta sauce, half of this pack of dried cured salami, 1 bell pepper. Then for our side salad, we're going to be using a bit of this floret mixed mild lettuce, a little bit of cucumber, a little bit of cherry tomatoes, and also a little bit of red onion as well, just to make a little side salad on each of our plates. Altogether, this comes to £4.98, and let's dive into the cooking. First step is to preheat our oven to gas mark 6. And then I've just popped a little bit of plain flour onto our baking tray, and we're going to pop our ready rolled pizza dough flat onto here now. So that's our base on the baking tray, and I've just sliced up our pepper as well. Now we're going to assemble our pizza toppings. So first things first, 1/3 of this jar of bolognese pasta sauce is going to get spread onto here now. Now we're going to top this with our peppers and our salami. Now on top of that, we're just going to pop our grated cheese. Now that's our pizza all prepped. We're going to pop this into our preheated oven now on gas mark 6 for 20 to 25 minutes. Now while the pizza's cooking in the oven, all that's left to do is just to prepare our side salads by slicing up the onion, cucumber and the tomatoes and popping a bit of lettuce on each of the plates as well. That is our pizza cooked after just 22 minutes in the oven. Now we're going to serve it alongside our side salads. That is our Monday night dinner served now, guys. It looks absolutely scrummy. Can't wait to dig into this. We have 1 slice remaining for whoever wants that at the end. And Ava has the exact same as us as well, just minus the lettuce. So we're going to go and enjoy this now on this lovely boiling hot Monday evening, and we will catch you later in the week for another meal. Tuesday evening, guys, and we're going to be making some tuna and tomato pasta. Really excited for this dinner. Super budget friendly. So let's dive into the ingredients and the overall cost of this meal. We're going to be using about 400 grams of fusilli pasta, a little bit of red wine vinegar, some olive oil, a pinch of sugar and some black pepper. We're going to be using 2 tins of tuna chunks in spring water. We've got 6 salad tomatoes, 1 medium red onion, 2 cloves of garlic. I'm going to be using a little bit of parmesan to sprinkle on later, and half of this pack of fresh basil. Altogether, guys, this comes to £3.87. Super budget friendly. Let's dive into the cooking. So to start off with, we've got 2 saucepans. We've got 1 with boiling water ready for our pasta in a little bit. I have just put a sprinkling of salt in here as well, just to season the water. And then we've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil in this pan heating up. Once that's heated up, we're going to add our onion, our garlic, and also a pinch of sugar into the saucepan. We're going to fry this all up now for about 5 minutes. So that's got the diced onion, the minced garlic, and a pinch of sugar in there. Now what I'm going to do is pop our pasta into the saucepan and cook that as per the packet instructions. Now while that's all cooking, what we're going to do is dice up our salad tomatoes really finely and drain off our tuna chunks. Once our onions and garlic are looking like this, we're going to add our diced salad tomatoes into here now, along with our 2 tins of drained tuna, 1 teaspoon of red wine vinegar, and then a generous helping of black pepper as well is all going to go into here. Now we're just going to leave this tuna tomato mixture to sort of simmer away there. We're going to be stirring it occasionally, and then we're just going to wait until it's boiling hot, and then we're going to serve it alongside our pasta, which will be ready in a couple of minutes. And while we're just waiting for those to cook a couple more minutes, I've just torn up some basil leaves to garnish, with the parmesan once we've served up. The pasta's done now, so I've just turned that off. I'm just going to turn our tuna and tomato sauce off now as well. What I'm going to do is drain our pasta, pop the pasta back into this saucepan, and then we're going to mix the two together. Just like so. Now it's time to serve this up with some basil and parmesan to garnish. And that is our Tuesday night dinner served up, guys. We've got Ava, who's got the exact same as us, just minus the basil, but I have put a bit of parmesan on hers. And then we've got Liam's, and we've got Tyler's, and we've got mine here as well, guys. Super quick and easy, light summer dinner. Absolutely love this one, guys. And yeah, we will catch you later in the week for another meal. Wednesday evening now, guys, and it's time for us to make a fry up dinner. So we're going to be having a breakfast dinner tonight. Let's run through the ingredients and the overall cost of this meal. So we've got a tin of Heinz spaghetti hoops. We've got a loaf of white sourdough. We've got 1 tin of baked beans. We're going to be using a handful of cherry tomatoes. We've got 10 smoked back bacon rashers, 4 large eggs, and 1 large avocado. Altogether this comes to £7.26. Let's dive into the cooking. First thing to do is to preheat our air fryer. Now we're going to be frying our bacon in here at 200 degrees for 8 minutes, so we're going to let that preheat now. Once our air fryer is preheated, we're going to pop all of our bacon in, just like so. So that's going in for the 8 minutes now. There isn't too much more prep to do, so I've just tipped the beans and the hoops into bowls, ready to microwave in a little while. The cherry tomatoes, when the bacon's halfway done, we're going to be flipping over the bacon and adding some cherry tomatoes into the air fryer. So again, no prep needed there. So all we've got to do really is toast our white sourdough and also open up our avocado and give it a good smash to make some smashed avocado. I've just cut our sourdough slices into half, and what I'm going to do is just toast these lightly in the toaster now, and then I'm going to cut this open and just smash the avocado with a fork. So I've just flipped over the bacon. I've just added some cherry tomatoes in there now as well. That's our avocado all smashed up, and when my toast is toasted, I'm going to be putting my avocado on top of my sourdough toast. Now all I've got to do is fry up these 4 eggs and pop these into the microwave for 2 minutes each. And that is dinner served up. It's quite a whirlwind at the end getting all of this together, but the boys don't like avocado, and there's one thing like that they really don't like, so I'm not going to force them to eat that. So they've just got buttered sourdough bread, so that's on the boys, and then they've got their fried eggs, but they like their fried eggs fried on both sides. Fussy, 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 but they've got their bacon, hoops, beans, some of the cherry tomatoes as well. So that is Liam's dinner, and this one is Tyler's, and then I've got mine with the exact same, but I've just got avocado smashed up onto my sourdough. And then we've got Ava with the exact same here as well, but instead of the air fried cherry tomatoes, I've just got fresh cherry tomatoes quartered up because they'll be easier for her to eat. She can't really handle the skin on them when they've been cooked. They're a bit difficult for her, but that is Ava's dinner, and this is our Wednesday night dinner, guys. So we're going to go and enjoy this now, and we will see you later in the week for a pudding and another dinner. It's Saturday morning, guys, and we're going to be making some air fryer white chocolate blondies for our dessert tonight. So we're going to dive in and start baking this morning, and we're going to be using some light brown sugar, some butter, some plain flour. I'm using gluten-free, but you can use whichever flour you would like. We're going to be using 1 whole egg and 1 egg yolk, and then I'm going to be using 200 grams of white chocolate chips. That is all we need, guys. Let's dive into the baking. First step, I've got 100 grams of butter in this bowl. We're just going to melt this in the microwave, little 10-second bursts until it's all melted. Now that's all melted, we're going to add in 125 grams of light brown sugar and mix that all together. Now what we're going to do is add our whole egg and our egg yolk, and then we're going to mix that again. Now that's all mixed together, we're going to add 150 grams of plain flour. And then the last step is to add 150 grams of white chocolate chips into our mixture. So that's our blondie mixture complete. We're going to be using the other half of this packet of white chocolate chips melted for decoration later on. But right now we need to preheat our air fryer and get our tin prepped. We're going to be cooking our blondies in the air fryer at 160 degrees for 16 minutes, or 14 to 16 minutes depending. So we're just going to let that preheat now. Just pop some greaseproof paper into a small little baking tin, a little circle one, and we're going to pour this into here now, just like that. And we're just putting that into the air fryer tray now. And we're going to be keeping an eye on this from 14 to 16 minutes. It should be ready, and then we'll be back. That is our air fryer blondies baked. I did it for 15 minutes in the end. That's how long it took. So we're gonna let this completely cool down now, and then we'll be back to decorate it. Now our blondies are all cooled down. I've just melted the white chocolate chips in the microwave, and I just added a little splash of vegetable oil to this as well, so it's easier to drizzle. That's a great little tip if you're melting white chocolate, because otherwise it can be quite rigid and like not very good at sort of splatting around. So what we're gonna do now is just drizzle this all over our blondies in a really cute design. So that's our blondies all cutely decorated. Now what we're gonna do, guys, is pop this into the fridge. Now you can put it in the freezer for a couple of hours. I'm gonna put it in the fridge for 3 to 4 hours now until this is really set, and then I'm gonna take it out of the tin. So obviously we've let this fully cool down, then we've decorated it. Now we're gonna pop it in the fridge. So yeah, I'm gonna pop this into the fridge for 3 to 4 hours, then we'll be back later to cut it up and serve it. And that is our blondies all served up, guys. I cut it into 8 sections. So we've got 8 of these amazing blondie portions with the white chocolate chips throughout. They are gooey, they're gorgeous, they're so tasty, guys. Super happy with how these came out. We're gonna enjoy these for pudding tonight, but before we dive into these, we're gonna go cook ourselves some dinner. Saturday evening now, and we're gonna be making some honey mustard sausage rice for our dinner. Super excited for this. Let's run through all of the ingredients and the overall cost of this meal. So we're gonna be using 10 thick Irish recipe pork sausages from Asda, but you can use whatever sausages you like. Gonna be using a tablespoon of clear honey, a tablespoon of whole grain mustard, 2 red onions, 3 cloves of garlic, 2 packs of whole grain microwave rice, again by Asda. Gonna be using 100 grams of frozen sweet corn, 100 grams of frozen peas, and 200 grams of sliced mixed peppers, also frozen. Altogether, guys, this comes to £4.58. Let's dive into the cooking. First step is we've got our oven preheating to gas mark 7, and then we're gonna pop our 10 sausages into the oven now to cook fully. Next, we're gonna get all of our frozen veg measured out into this bowl so we can pop all the rest away. So about 100 grams, 100 grams, and about 200 grams. Now the last bit of prep to do is to slice up our red onions really thinly and then mince our garlic. That's our veg prepped there. We've got our frozen veg all weighed out. Now all we need to do is heat up our microwave rices for 2 minutes each as per the packet instructions. Now I'm just going to heat a tablespoon of oil in this pan, and we're going to add our onion into our pan now and cook for 5 to 6 minutes. While our onions are all cooking, our sausages are cooked, so we are going to chop these up into like slices now. Now I'm going to add all the chopped sausages and the minced garlic into here with the onions, and then to this now we're going to add a tablespoon of whole grain mustard and a tablespoon of clear honey. We're going to give this all a good mix together and cook this for 2 minutes. Now that's been cooking for 2 minutes, we're going to add all our frozen veg, so our sweet corn, our peas and our peppers. We're going to add all of this into here now and cook that for 5 minutes. Now that's been cooking for 5 minutes, we're going to add our 2 pouches of cooked rice into this now and cook for 5 more minutes. And as this is cooking for the last 5 minutes, I am just going to season with a little bit of salt and pepper. That's all ready now, time to serve up. That is our dinner all served up, guys. We've got Liam's and Tyler's at the back. We've got Ava's right here as well, who's having the exact same. And then we've got my portion here as well, guys. Perfect size for the 4 of us. Nothing left for lunch tomorrow. This is our Saturday night dinner, guys. We're going to go and enjoy this now and enjoy our blondies for pudding, and we will catch you next week. And that's everything for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what your favourite meal was down in the comments. I'd love to read through and see which one was your favourite and what inspiration have you taken from this week's video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It means the absolute world to me, and thank you for all the love and support on my channel. And hopefully I'll be seeing you very, very soon for another video. Take care. Bye.